Man, I don't like this. Hold up. Hold up. That's a little bit too high. Peace and power, peace and power. Salute, salute, salute. Yeah, that's a little better. That's a little better. I thank the universal truth and absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. As you come on in, know that this is a safe space. Know that this is a space for learning and getting learned up. Know that this is a space of educating and being educated. Know that this is a space for questions and answers, comments and concerns, conversation, dialogue, debate, intelligence, building and destroying. Know that this is a space of love. This is your space, a space where we use our common sense. You understand? As we work on a united front, on a path towards true liberation. As my classroom assistants, come on in. Come on in. Please keep all contact information in the chat for the duration of class. Please keep all funding information in the chat for the duration and throughout the class. Fund this war effort. Yeah, fund the war effort. As we see, there's a war going on outside. No man is safe from. We don't care if you 3'7" or 9'1". It's a war going on. Yes, if you or anybody you know is in need of anger management, book an assessment. Don't wait until it's too late. Don't wait until you're picking somebody up who you love up off the floor because they couldn't control their anger. Don't wait until you getting lifted up out of your Crocs in front of the Walmart or in front of BJ's because you couldn't hold your mouth. Yeah, no, it's too late. If you or anybody you know is in need of domestic violence intervention, please book an assessment. If you or anybody you know is in need of intimate relationship abuse consultation, please book an assessment. Find out the warning signs, the behaviors that should alarm you, what you should be alerted to. Okay? Remember, the life you save could be your own. We all know domestic violence is way up. Way up. Okay? Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Oh, man. There's a lot going on tonight. But I know that it seems like this is getting repetitive. I have to, once again, send condolences out to our East New York family, someone who we all, and I'm talking about all of us in East New York, just adored. We lost one of our sisters, Edith Roche, and from a very large family, all throughout the community. Went to grade school with us, went to junior high with us. The family is thick, Honduran and Belizean background. Yes. Got a roof in her. So yeah, please, everyone, send condolences and the universal strength and healing to that family. We're gonna miss Edith. Good, solid sister. You dig? Solid. So we salute. Salute. One of my day ones, my big brother Greg Bronner. What up, Greg? We see you. Salute for funding the war effort. Yes, sir. Greg Bonner in the building. My brother. Okay. Penn Workman Strong, East New York is in the building. We got a lot of people to tag. And I don't know why I haven't been seeing it. And please, y'all, please, excuse the central air and the noise. But damn it, it's hot. Okay? Blazing. Gripper sticking to the boxes and all that type of hot. So I need to be comfortable, okay? So y'all gonna hear it. You dig? Yes, y'all gonna hear it. But we got a lot of people to tag. And I don't know if any other YouTube channel has spoke on it, but I have to for various reasons. One, because you see, again, we got the paperwork good merch on. We got it up. We know what it means. Y'all sat in the class. Okay, we've been talking about the paperwork good organization out in Long Island, the magazine, the barbershop, the merch. We know what it is. Okay? Yes. The merch, the movement. And today we got somebody who paperwork ain't been good. Paperwork was never good, and nobody seems to be speaking on it. At least I haven't seen them. So today, I need y'all to tag the DMV. I need y'all to tag DC. Yeah. We got to speak about Raful Edmond and his release. Got to do it. I don't know if people shook. I don't know if they don't know. They wasn't informed. But it's going to be some learning up today. So tag DC if y'all in the building. Let it be known. Tag Jamaica. Yeah, tag Jamaica. Vybz Kartels is free. Yeah, Vybz is out. Got to speak on that. Tag Jamaican Massive. Brethren them. Yes. Somebody tag the U.S. Somebody tag France. Somebody tag Algeria. Somebody tag Italy. Somebody tag the whole Olympics. Because we got to speak about this Olympic boxer, the Algerian fighter. Yeah. Tag them. Let that be known. Tag this clown that just went viral, talking about he received his Selective service letter. Yeah, tag him. Damn it, they been doing it. We spoke on that already, but we got to do it. So, let's get to that. Yeah, we gonna do that. And tag the other dude that tried to go viral, the robot man. Tag him. I was supposed to speak about him last class, but it kind of slipped my mind. But we're gonna get on him today too. Yeah, we let nothing slip. And while you at it, tag your classmates. Yeah, tag them. And let's see who in the building, boy. Y'all deep tonight. It's the first. Y'all feeling good. Or y'all in the house because you're running from the sun. Yeah, I know. A bunch of sweaty grippers. I know. Let's see who in the building. Andrea Jones, you just asked me when we come into class. Yes, Andrea's up in here. I know you hot, because it's Florida. I know you hot. Joey. Hustle and smoke, the flat lever. It's hot out there too. Woo-wee. Yeah, it's about $112 out there. Merklo, what's going on? Dust Pro 517. Yeah, you on time. Geechee, you up in here. Bionic Prince, you up in here. Who? Robert Jr. Yeah, you get a 55. Rob Stroh, 55. TC, what up? Lake Charles. Lake Charles. You borderline. C Blaze snipers in there. What up, C Blaze? Yeah. Yeah. You got a full desert? Nothing fresh? We're gonna get on that. Uh-huh. DM me on IG. We might go live about that. George Johnson, what's going on? Bernadette, Bernie, we see you. Who? Philly. West Philly's in the building. Hold on now. West Philly. Go ahead, Chop. What's going on? No doubt. Welcome, 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 welcome. Kyra knows what's going on. Yes. Yes. Y'all in here deep. Come on now. London in the building. S. Beckles. What up? Where you at, Magic? Little Brit, where y'all at? I don't see y'all. London Massive is up in here. Salute. Philip Boone. What's going on? Construction Site Media TV. Zone 864 is in the building. God Stone. Think for yourself. Bam, you made it. What up, Bam? Ooh, Philly is deep in here tonight. Gene. Alien. Come on. What up, Gene? Yeah, we see it. Canada's up in the building. North of the border. What's going on? We see you. Rodney. What up, Rodney? Yeah. Bushhead. Yeah. Versace Broccoli. M. Dot Hill. What up, M. Dot? What's good, Jeff? We see you, Jeff Sparks. We see you, Tiara. TT Santiago, you made it. You lucky, TT. Yeah, get back on your grind. We see you, CB. What's going on, Miss Reels? What up? Asked for you today, Miss Reels. We was hiding. Huh? Matt J. St. Louis, what up? Cool K. Kang, what's going on? We see you. Yeah, y'all up in here. Jules, what up, Jules? Bless, 777 Space, what up? Yeah, lovely lady, we see you. The truth lady, Malaikum Assalamu, Rahmatullah wa Barakatuh. We see you. Eric J. Mayo, 55. Got him, y'all, got him. 55 for Eric Mayo. 55. Yeah. Mike Nice, what up? Uh-oh, M. Cadet. What? The MIA's in the spot. Sapase. What up? We see you. Heart Tunes TV. King Hazy Hayes. What up, Hayes? We see you, Truth Lady. Much appreciated for the super chat. Sean Roof. Man, don't worry about it. We is learning today. Derek Thomas, what's going on? Mike Nice, what's going on? Y'all in here deep. Deep. Let's go. Christopher Farmer, what up? Tony G, what up? It's Southside Jew, what up, Jew? We see you, Tony G, what up? Soap, what up, Soap? Y'all in here. I'm here Browder. 55. Got him, y'all. Barbara Williams, 55. Got her, y'all. Yeah, 55 is going out. What's going on? Who? Uh-oh. Tom? 55. It's been a while. Yeah, we'll get it. 55. Emerge. What up? Mark Miller, 55. Mark, got you. Yeah. King Hannibal, Tuesday evening. What up? Sincere, 55. Sincere. Neef Buck, 55. Neef Buck. Y'all coming at 55. 55 gang is in the building. Y'all don't be coming to class. Got them, y'all. Let's get to it. Look at this, man. 15 minutes. Yeah. Man, I tell you, we got to get straight to it. We can't play with them. They got to get their 55s. Roll call attendance, 55s. Yeah, they deep in here. Let's get to it. First business. The first order of business, somebody paperwork ain't good. Never been good. we have to talk about the release of one Rayful Edmonds, one of the most notorious crack kingpins of the crack epidemic. Yeah, I can tell you, I thought I would never see the day. I thought that I would never see the day. However, it is upon us. And again, I keep telling people, I keep telling these youngins that people actually do those numbers. They give you them football number sentences. You thinking it'll never happen to me. It happens to you, and you in there. And there ain't no crying you could do. There ain't no fighting you could do. None of that. You will do that time. It ain't no getting pushed out. They got room for you. Trust me. They'll build room for you. Okay? So it is what it is. All day, every day. If you think that they not playing, okay, it'll happen. This man did 34, count 34 years behind bars. Now, he's been released. I always make an attempt to try to articulate a certain time and space to give people a picture who may not have been there of what the crack epidemic did to our people, did to our communities, and had us looking. When you see movies like New Jack City, Boys in the Hood, even a little bit of what's the other Hughes Brothers joint, Menace. Those movies really make an attempt, but they cannot depict, and I'm seriously, they cannot depict how bleak and how black of a cloud the crack epidemic was for our people. Now, many of us survived it. Many of us didn't survive it. Okay? It was a nasty, nasty time in cities all across the country. New York, Jersey, Philly. You dig what I'm saying? Shit. Camden, Trenton, Connecticut, right? Man, DMV, DC, B-More, other parts of Maryland. Man, North, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Chicago, LA, Oakland. Destroyed, when I'm telling you destroyed our people. I'm talking about, you've seen people as prominent as doctors and nurses and lawyers and bankers totally crunched out. I mean, smoked out, where you literally had motherless children in the streets, motherless and fatherless, where this was one of the biggest populations of grandparents raising kids, because our people just wasn't there. Was not there. Okay? Where homes, people who families may have saved up a majority of their lives to buy their first home, you know what I'm saying, in decent neighborhoods in a matter of months, years. I'm telling you, homes destroyed. Crackheads smoking the pipes, literally. The damn pipe and piping, the copper, window, anything they could get their hands on, they sold. Anybody that they could steal from, they stole from. You understand? Kelton Hanna, salute for funding the war effort. When I tell you destruction, destruction. When I'm telling you beautiful black women turned into a little skinny mess, big strong black men turned into straight up custies, just, yo, it wiped us out. And I'm talking about from the most intelligent people who were geared because they were so intelligent for greatness on their way to being doctors and lawyers. Man, just totally smoked out, wiped out, dreams deferred. It was dark. Don't let nobody ever tell y'all any different. And those who were in the mix, who were these kingpins, who were mid-level dealers, who were just out there in the mix trying to get money. You understand? I see it. They come, they talk about the era as if it was so grand, like they was getting money and they was doing this and they was doing that. Yeah, and it may be true, but they was very delusional and displaced and really lacked, right, the ability to take responsibility for their actions during that time. They had people twisted, I mean, done off all across the country. That crack shit was mean. And from what I seen, like I've been at that time running around different cities, you know, and I seen some spots, man. I seen spots in Brick City and Newark. Damn it, New York City, every borough. Right, out of town. Charleston, West Virginia, is the, you know, all the spots where dudes from New York was moving around and hustling. And DC, because my family is from there on my mother's side, it was very different for me whenever I went through there and watched it. And in its heyday, Mr. Rayful Edmond was, you know, he was that dude. He was that figure in the DC metro area, and his participation in the game had legs. So the damage, you know, that he caused in not only his rise, but when he reached the top, the pinnacle, you know, of his dealings, countless lives was hurt. I mean, you can just imagine from people smoking out and being addicted, but also people who were in the life, who were playing the game, who lost their lives, or who, you know, happened to go to jail trying to be the next Rayful, or dealing with others who were in that mix. It's countless. Can't even count. However, he's home, and for some reason, we see him on video already on social media, and talking about he's back better than ever. And I'm, again, not understanding, I don't get why there hasn't been an influx of videos of people talking about the damage that was done, if not to themselves, at least what they witnessed through their families, and say like, ain't no grand prize that this man has made it back to the town. Especially knowing shit, what he done, right? Because people will look at, especially if they were in the life, the level of success that he was able to reach. But, and that's a big but, he was not the most solid individual when it came to that, because homie told his paperwork was definitely not good, and he could not come out to any yard. No, sir, not at all. You dig? Not at all. So when people speak of how he was doing it, what he was accumulating as far as the money that was coming through, all right? A lot of people are not going to say he couldn't hold it. You dig? When that heat came down, your man folded. Yeah, became not only a rat, but a super rat. Paperwork no good. Okay? No good, not at all. But in saying that, I really haven't touched on it a lot. But I gotta make this clear. And I'm not speaking to people who are not in the life. If you're not in the life, you don't understand specific codes. It never crossed your path to even want to be in that. I'm talking to people who are in the life, who believe that they still in the life, or who wear that shit as a badge. And we talking about ratting, and we talking about snitching. And I'm talking to all these people on YouTube, on IG, on TikTok, the dirty section of YouTube, the clean section, the conscious section. Get this one thing straight. Just because these dudes told, just because these dudes' paperwork ain't good, it's because some of these dudes is rats and y'all saying all this and putting this in the air and being firm and he told and this told, doesn't mean that them dudes is not tough. And it don't mean that you tougher than them dudes at all. It doesn't mean that. Doesn't mean that there's anything solved, and it doesn't mean that them dudes is not killers. So all that y'all talking to get your numbers up and screaming and counting and making content and putting labels and descripting and what is and what ain't ratting, I'm telling you because I know. And I'm telling you because I have homies, I have day ones that I know put massive pain in, massive work in, and just really wasn't equipped to deal with their own consequences. It don't mean there's anything soft about them. So many of y'all on social media need to cut that talk out. I'm not mentioning nobody specific. I'm just telling y'all I see it, I hear it, I watch it, and if I'm doing it, I'm sure them dudes that y'all calling rats, and y'all snitching and showing their paperwork, I'm sure they see it too. And when they run down upon you, And you not built like that. You're not. The majority of y'all not. Whatever happens. That's just what it is. It's because these dudes told to get up out of their situation, or for whatever reason. Don't make nothing soft about them. Do know that. Okay? Do know that. Me, I'm about that action. I've always been about that action. And I'm a fair, straight shooter. So I'm just making this a very educational piece of content and instruction and information so our people could know not to play in these games and get caught up in any of these traps. Okay? So Mr. Edmonds, paperwork was never good. Never good. We could say damn near from day one, he started ratting and telling. Straight up. From day one, didn't even play. You dig? Yeah. Let's get to what the old face say. One of Washington, D.C.'s most notorious drug kingpins has been transferred to community confinement. The Federal Bureau of Prisons was told to say on Thursday. We can confirm that Rayful Edmond III was transferred, not released, on July 31st, 2024 to community confinement overseen by the Federal Bureau of Prisons, Nashville Residential Reentry Management Office. Okay? Now, what does that mean? That means he in the town, but ain't in the town. Okay? In the town, but you're not in the town. Okay? According to these people, community confinement means a prisoner is either on home confinement at a residential reentry center or a halfway house. For security reasons, okay, because he told the FBOP, Federal Bureau of Prisons, wouldn't tell which it was, okay? Edmond was originally sentenced out of the Middle District of Pennsylvania to 30 years consecutive to his D.C. sentence of life in prison, which was reduced to 20 years in prison at the time. Officials said Edmond's assistance as an informant to bring justice to unalived cases and putting dozens of other drug dealers in jail made him valuable and helped lower his sentence. Edmond's information and testimony, his information, okay, information and testimony over the years, put away somebody who got that work in, responsible for 30 murders, and helped unspool the Cali and Medellin cartel operations in the U.S. Okay? Investigators revealed Edmond was a cellmate of Pablo Escobar's future brother-in-law, and was caught in 1994 directing Colombian powder into D.C. using prison jacks, prison phones. He decided to cooperate with investigators despite the threat of being unalived. You dig? He currently served over 35 years in federal custody. Okay? So he was doing a lot of telling. A lot of telling. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. But the funny part is that unbeknownst to me, and probably a lot of others, people knew that he was coming home. Especially people in D.C. because he put in appeals and paperwork 2 years ago that was approved to get the sentence reduction. And as we're going to see, they even had dialogues and conversations about it. Like, huh? But this is how the game is played, or it was played, you know, by one of the best who ever did it. Because we talking about somebody who was bringing in paper. The way y'all see these NBA players getting these contracts, oh, he was bringing that in. The way they say that, you know, LeBron and Steph were making $70,000, $80,000 just coming on the court for 2 or 3 days, he was getting that back then. When getting money really meant something, when it was real. And he couldn't hold it. So when you talk about Nino Brown and giving people turkeys and giving people money, throwing out money, real life. Nino Brown. But in order for him to do that, lives had to be destroyed. People had to be smoking crack every day, all day. Babies had to go without milk. Toddlers had to go without dinner. Teenagers had to go without clothes to school. Prom dresses, hair getting done and stuff like that because they moms and pops and aunts and uncles were smoking, crunching in order for him to play Big Willie. Do you understand that? For real. All that, when we talking about D.C., predominantly homes, right? A couple of projects, right? Paradise, no, but homes. So again, no lights, no water, right? Bare necessities. People suffered in every one of these areas where you had these so-called kingpins, where these dudes was getting money. You still have adults today that know what crack smell like. Triggers them because they know what the cocaine smell like coming from their father's breath or their mother's breath. Trigger. You got some people today that was smoked out back then. That were teenagers smoking booze and went through it for years. And still in recovery from that in order for this dude to ball out. You understand? Go to the Vegas fights in Atlantic City, right? To travel. Dudes was twisted in order for these dudes to do it. So when you get knocked, you would think that they would be responsible and be stand up and be true to whatever game they said they were participating in. But nah. Not this. Check this out. In the 72-page ruling, the judge sided with the federal government's 2019 request that Edmond be granted early release because of his extreme and extensive cooperation with prosecutors, which resulted in convictions of dozens of other drug dealers. He also cited Edmond's role from prison in helping settle conflicts between rival DC gangs and his expressions of remorse for the crimes he committed in the city. This is what they used. So now, let me tell you how he really gave it up, though. Due to his high-profile informant status, implicating dozens of dangerous figures of organized crime, Edmond was placed in witness protection program within the Federal Bureau of Prisons. Okay? That's from the rip. We're not even from the rip. He was in PC. Now, in his mid-50s and 30-plus years imprisoned, his level of cooperation has fueled controversial debates on whether years of informing merit his early release. Yeah. How many years out of that 34 was he telling? This is who he told on. Colombian cartels, not one, both. Former associates. It was a time when he would locked up and dudes thought that since he was gone, they didn't have to give him the bread that he had in the streets on the set. And he make that call. Listen, I know, you know, that I know that you owe me that bread. And if you don't give me that bread, yeah, I'm telling you gonna be up in here with me. This is how he was giving it up. For dudes who, still wanna hold him in high light. Yeah, he was telling on former associates and all that for years. If you found any info, you was coming on up in here. And he contributed info to the Department of Justice and made them reform the prison telephone system. He ratted so much that the entire federal system had to change how they was allowing federal convicts to utilize the phone because dudes were still getting to it in the town. He told them, nah, y'all got to change that because dudes are still getting to it. They still strong. Change the entire country prison federal phone system. So you know his paperwork ain't good. So at what point would he be on social media talking about back better than ever? What? Back and better? What? How much better can you be? Damn, you done changed the whole phone system. You brought down everybody. Pablo and whoever else came after them. Griselda, all of them. Yeah. This is the type of person that popped up. And if y'all don't believe that he's gonna have a run through social media, man, and you think that Black Hollywood not going to come up out of their clothes and try to get the story, the rights and all that because they believe that people want to hear it? Yeah, gonna have a run through. So let's continue. But the judge admitted that the decision was extraordinarily difficult and challenging given the impact of Edmond's drug trafficking had on DC in the late 1980s and early 1990s when drug-related killings spiked. Mr. Edmond, quote unquote, stands convicted of having run the largest powder distribution operation in the history of the nation's capital. Although there are no statutorily defined victims in this case, it is beyond dispute that Mr. Edmond's involvement in the criminal enterprise damaged this community deeply and resulted in the destruction of the lives of many individuals. So now what they said in saying that is like, in those indictments, there were no people who sat down and said, I bought this from them, I did this, I did that, I was damaged, I'm a crackhead, I've been a crackhead, because I'm a crackhead, I contracted HIV, AIDS, or because I'm a crackhead, I lost my kids to the system. There was no people who came to say things like that, right? Even though we know there were thousands. So this is what they were using to get the time cut. You understand? The saying that it was a victimless crime. He was just hustling. Okay? Right. The scale of Edmond's crimes infused the process since it kicked off 2 years ago, notably when judge took the unusual step of asking DC, now check this out, of asking, 2 years ago, asking DC Attorney General to collect public opinion on whether the federal government's request should be granted. Because the feds made this request, okay, to get him out. The Attorney General's office did just that, taking more than 500 comments at 3 public hearings on the phone and online. The results were mixed, the office said, with speakers being starkly divided on whether Edmond should be given a chance at freedom or left to live out the rest of his years in prison. So they went to the community. So people knew. I didn't know, you didn't know, but somebody in DC knew. Many people, because they went and had this, man, what was it, symposium, community meetings? I don't know. But the district attorney went and did it. Okay? So people knew 2 years ago he was on his way up out of there. Let's keep going. The ruling also comes at a time of profound debate over the legacy of mass incarceration of black men, many of whom were sent to prison around the same age as Edmond for their role in the drug trade. Edmond went to prison at the age 24. In recent years, DC adopted a new law allowing offenders who committed crimes before they turned 18 to petition for early release after they've served 15 years of their sentence. That law was recently expanded to include anyone who committed a crime before they turned 25. Okay? So this is where this is coming in at. So he did all his damage before he was 25. So I want y'all to understand that this was a very different time. You had kingpins in certain cities and states that was 21, 22, 21, 22 kingpins connected to cartels, connected to other dudes, connected to the government, because the government allows the cartels to do what they do. You understand that? So now, 24. Do 34 years. Okay? Get into the town now. Get into the town. And exactly, Robert, come home to do what? Listen, if you're looking at the vid, coming home to get a movie or something, because he damn sure don't look like he learned anything at all. I mean, from what appears like nothing funny. You smiling and cheesing, I get it. You survived 34 joints up in there, but at whose expense? And what were you doing? You understand? I just know, because I know the addresses, because I was in close proximity, that when he went down, everybody went down. They said it did a lot of the initial telling to make sure his mama didn't have to do no bid. Okay? Because they knocked him, organization, mama, sisters, everybody. 409 M Street, 407 M Street. It was not a good look. CC, Reinhardt, what's going on? Where Reagan Marie at? Reagan Marie, listen up. If it's late, make sure Reagan Marie get that shout out tomorrow. Okay? Yeah, she got a shout out coming. So again, the damage was done and has been done, and the repair hasn't been there. Individually, some people may have caught up out of it. They may have been able, to get clean. But nah, many lives were destroyed. So if we are looking and witnessing that this individual to come home to a red carpet, what lessons were learned? What lessons were learned? You dig? Crazy. Joy says she grew up in the same neighborhood as Rayful. Decimated. I'm telling you, they ripped families apart in an instant. You go from daddy coming home from work every day at 6 o'clock to the next week, you ain't seen daddy. Next time you seen daddy was 3-4 months living in somebody's basement. House done got repoed, car done got ticketed and towed, and mama don't know what's going on. And that drive mama to smoke. I'm telling you, it was not a good time. I don't care what they tell y'all in these rap lyrics, none of that. You dig? It was bad. Terrible. And again, for somebody who was at the upper echelons, the epitome of what a kingpin was, didn't hold it down. I mean, let me know, unless that's part of the game. You do everything you can do to get at the top, and you get knocked, and now you give it all up. If that's what we supposed to learn from it, I don't know. I ain't get it. At all. I don't get it. You dig? But I'm telling you, I don't see a lot of people doing content on it. I haven't heard about it from any other sources other than once I started researching it, and that was it. I just had to go in because, again, people know who and what when them addresses come up. And no, I'm not even somebody who just grabbing at straws. You dig? I know what the family about intimately. I know 'em. well. And none of this should be celebrated. Not at all. So let's go. Next up, sticking with the justice system, Jamaican dance hall artist Vybz Kartel has been released after 13 years. Yeah. And a lot of people from the yard, the Jamaican Massive, is celebrating. They feeling good because one of the most prolific of the new wave of dancehall artists, you know, has just been released on appeal. Same day. Same day. So this is our news. But you know how I do. I'm watching the other news. Because what also happened the same day is the United States and Russia did a prisoner swap. Yeah. Russia got back some notorious hitters. Yeah, so I kept my eye on that. Also, you know, the people who they claim orchestrated 9/11 and some other acts, yeah, they getting ready to cop a plea. Yeah. See, that's the news they don't want us to discuss, because now we have to really look and see and make the proper decision on which way we should participate politically. You understand? Hey, if Rayful could come home, so could the shaking him. Shit. Everybody else from 9/11 is gone. Homie like this, yo, shit, I'm ready to cop a plea. You did? Yeah, TT, they getting ready to take a plea. Now, I'm not saying that they coming home or anything, but hey, if they gonna cop a plea, they might see some light. We don't know. Okay? So let's get it on. Jamaican dance hall and reggae star Vybz Kartel. He was sentenced to life in prison for the 2011 unaliving of Clive Lizard Williams. Following his, and this is going back, following his conviction last month, Cartel received the harshest sentence of any of his co-defendants. He will serve 35 years in jail before he will be eligible for parole. The sentencing of Cartel and 3 others co-accused follows a 65-day long trial, the longest in Jamaican history. Cartel was found guilty of unaliving Williams at his house in Havendale, a suburb north of Kingston, on the 16th of August 2011. Also guilty was his co-defendants, Sean Campbell and Kahira Jones, who were sentenced to serve minimums of 25 years. You dig? As far as Cartel is concerned, we are not surprised by the sentence based on the posture of the judge at this stage. One of Cartel's lawyers told the news, "We will be appealing both conviction and sentence on instructions from our clients. Cartel has maintained his innocence and he's interested in appealing his convictions." This was in 2011. Now look, according to police, Williams was unalived after being accused of stealing 2 guns from Cartel and other members of his crew. Although the victim's body was never found, Cartel was said to have described the corpse in text messages. You did? So, this is what got him convicted. Okay? And that was back then. That was back then. Now, fast forward to today. Put that appeal in and he won. Put the appeal in, he got his appeal, but look how long it took him. 13 joints. So for 13 years, he had to sit and wait. Listen, the learning portions of these classes when it comes to crime and punishment, to law and order, is that because we know the scales of justice and unfair, we should be the last people to engage in criminal activity, especially high-level criminal activity, because we don't win. The chances of us winning are slim, especially if you're an entertainer. But somehow, people always want to believe that criminality, like I told y'all before, is rebellious. Criminality is revolutionary, and it's not. If we're willing to go to full length, if we're willing to throw the brick, if we're willing and we have the heart to do a lot of these things, that means we should be liberators. And we should never be facing minimal crimes, okay, that get us maximum time and we gain nothing. Again, if we ready to bust hammer, if we ready to unalive folk, if we ready to, set our own standards and values, then why are we doing it at these levels? Why are we doing it to each other? Why are we not going at those who are oppressing us? Why are we not going at these systems that keep us oppressed, or these institutions that allow us to sit in court and stuff like that? You understand? Now, of course, he's free, but, look, 13 years. And just like with Mr. Edmonds, now that you're free, what are you going to do? What is the task at hand for you? How are we going to benefit as a community from this individual being released? That's the bigger question. That's the bigger question, but these are the things that run through our timelines. That's what they give us, instead of what's really going on. You dig? Instead of what's really going on. We wish him the best, though. Right? Oh, yeah, he bleached. He was one of the first males to bleach. I believe Sammy Sosa was doing it first, but yeah, he bleached. Don't know how he maintained it in there, but he did. You dig? And let's move on. Damn, it's 11:40 over. Boy, y'all still with me? Y'all still hanging out? I know it's the first and y'all frustrated. Yeah. I know the landlord ain't get all of it. Yeah, nah, he ain't get all of it. Come on now. Stick around, stay to class. Yeah, we learning, forget about it. Forget about it. I know it hurt, didn't it? Y'all ain't want to give it to, should have knocked him out. Don't sit in class and get mad. Yeah. You ain't want to pay the landlord, knock him out. Hell, I got them come here, man. Nah. Yeah. Grussler, it's 5:40 a.m. in Zurich, Switzerland, huh? You getting ready to make the donuts, huh? Yeah. No doubt. I know. Let's move on. to this next topic that seems to be running through. And we have to deal with this from a level of understanding. Okay? From some type of understanding and intelligence. Because at this point, a lot of people are dealing with it right here, dealing with it from an emotional space. And we have to stop that. Okay? Gotta cut that out. There's an Algerian boxer in Paris at the Olympics that has caused quite a stir. This Algerian boxer punched and got a technical knockout over an Italian boxer. Now, it wouldn't be such a big deal, but this Algerian boxer, there's a bit of confusion going on online. It has been said that this boxer, Imani or Imane, is trans. Now, this is what they are saying and reporting in some sites. Other sites and news entities, right, are saying that she is not trans and she is born a woman. And we've had many people, like I said, this shit just went crazy all over social media to people as high up in the world of boxing as Mike Tyson. Now, when Mike started coming through, and Mike is going hard and saying that no, this is not a trans man, that this is a biological woman that is suffering from a medical condition. So I had to look, I'm doing my research, because I watched it. And I researched the country, Algeria, to see, because a lot of people were saying that Algeria as a country is totally against the trans community, and it is outlawed as a country. Okay? So now, this is the controversy, and this is where everybody is getting charged up and from an emotional space, and then other people are just so matter of fact. Others are matter of fact. I, for one, research and look at many different sources. So when I come to class, we can have an open mind and think. I say, guard your mind, use common sense. And when we watching something, we witnessing, we analyzing, and then we gather all that data, and then we make a proper assessment. Now, Mike Tyson went to whatever source he got. I don't know if he's cool with the family or whatever, and had baby pictures or pictures from when this man, woman, person, adult was a child. And from the pictures, you look, and this is what appears to be a little girl. Okay? I had, I think, a picture when she was maybe about 6, and then another picture when she might have been about 9 or 10. So, from what they're saying, and those who are in support of her are saying that she was born a girl, but suffers from a condition called hyperandrogenism. Hyperandrogenism. And this is what she has now. Hyperandrogenism. Now again, new word for most, new word for me, because only word that I grew up having any knowledge of is androgynous, right? Which we seen coming up in people like Boy George, right? And we like, oh, okay, to give a definition to that. You dig? Oh, okay. So now, this is supposed to be a medical condition. Now, in looking up this medical condition, they gave a description of the condition, but anytime I went to a different site, anytime I went to a different source, the only thing that kept coming up was what it was, symptoms, and treatment. Why? I have no idea. Again, what it is, symptoms, and treatment. Which means that if you're looking at something and you have a definition of it and you're seeing that it's a medical condition and they need treatment, they have symptoms and treatment, that means that person isn't writing exact here or here. If you always putting symptoms and treatment. So if you're not well here and here, right? What are you doing fighting? You understand? Like, shouldn't you be somewhere getting treated? And at what point did you come about with this diagnosis? Okay, hold that there. So, hyperandrogenism is a medical condition characterized by high levels of androgens. It is more common in women than men. Symptoms of hyperandrogenism may include acne, hair loss on the scalp, right? I got them over here, which is, alopecia, masculine appearance, increased body and facial hair, obesity, infertility, oily skin, high blood cholesterol, diabetes, absent or infrequent menstrual cycles, right? And then some, I think two of the resources, increased muscle mass and decreased breast size. These are the symptoms of it, okay? And that was consistent in what? I don't care where you go for your resource. Don't care where you go. This is what they're going to give you. Symptoms and treatment after they describe what this is. Okay? Now, the IOC, right, the Olympic Committee, International Olympic Committee, had issues with it in 2011. Then in 2019, they flipped it. It was okay. They was going back and forth with it. So now all of a sudden, it's okay for a person with hypoandrogenism to compete. Okay? Again, we're not beefing about that. We're not questioning that. right? Because my thing in here, like I said, I only seen 2 sources that said increased muscle mass. All these other symptoms, I'm like, okay, that could go both ways. And all these other symptoms, right? Not advantages, symptoms. All these other symptoms, right, wouldn't have no upper edge in the world of boxing, fighting. But again, we're talking about Algeria as a country. Frowns upon, this is Algeria, Northern Africa. A country that frowns upon women in sports. The only sport that they really was pushing, is track and field and soccer, which they call football. All right? Where would someone with hyperandrogenism get the notion to want to fight, right? To want to box women who are, again, natural, biological women. And want to do that and feel good doing that, knowing that once you've been diagnosed with this, that's going to, in some cases, increase muscle mass and give you more strength, okay? Because when they're testing for PEDs and hormones and stuff like that, if you have already been diagnosed with this and you go through, at what point are they gonna say, yo, nah, you got too much in you to compete? To compete fairly, right? Just like they do in boxing, in WBO, WBA, IBF, and all that. They testing to see how much testosterone these men have. So you telling me that just because this was or is a woman, a biological woman with this condition, that it's okay for her to have any amount of testosterone in her body because she's been diagnosed with this condition. So that means, shit, she could have the power of Roy Jones Jr. coming in the ring and fighting women who, again, are not professional boxers. Remember, if these women are in the Olympics, that's still amateurs. Now, we know some countries have amateurs that are on a professional level. If you box like I have, Mexican fighters, the Panamanian fighters, the Cuban fighters, they amateurs, but they not. They really professionals. So at what point would somebody, a woman, right, because they're allowing her, as Mike Tyson and all of them saying she's a biological woman, as if they seen that, as if they witnessed that, they looked up in the grippers and saw that. I don't know why so many people are matter-of-facting that, as if she was on OnlyFans busting it open. I don't know why they so matter-of-fact that this is a biological woman. I don't know. You ain't see it, you don't know. You're relying on somebody's information. But they're matter of fact because somebody said that and then somebody said that that's her diagnosis. So, okay, again, the questions are, when did she or anybody else get diagnosed with that? What are the levels of testosterone that should be allowed for someone like that to be fighting a woman? And why, if you know that you're that much physically stronger than a woman, would you want to fight? Would you want to compete in that sport? If that's the case, and you are athletic and want to compete, Why you not doing something like deadlifts, right? Individual sports, shot put, discus, anything. Why fight? Why fight? Mhm. And if you know that you have been diagnosed with hyperandrogenism and you're strong like that, why not fight the men? That's what's so foul about it. That's where the controversy comes in. Because it's sanctioned and y'all going to recognize this medical condition, right? Make sure you take care of everybody. What's the problem? What's the problem? Why not allow this person, this fighter, to fight the men? Why? Why, if you're allowing this medical condition to be an excuse, right? Where her amounts of testosterone just don't matter, okay? I'll put her in a fighting sport. Why allow that portion? Why allow that much, right, of an advantage where this woman didn't last a minute? She got punched in the head, said she's never been punched so hard. And she just stopped and crumbled in the middle of the ring and just cried. How much sense does that make? How much? We're not even talking about what they do in their bedroom. We're not talking about nothing else. We're talking about equity, right? Equitable peace. If that is the medical condition, and because that is the medical condition, we know that there may be higher levels of testosterone when they test her. What are the levels that she is allowed to have in her body as opposed to a man or as opposed to any other athlete? You understand? You don't have to hoot and holler and scream and cry and throw biased statements out. No. Deal with it with common sense and intelligence. Because whenever that diagnosis was made, whenever any governing body of a sport was made aware of that diagnosis, then at certain points they should have said, nah, you can't fight. No. If you want to fight, then you fight the men. Okay? Leave it at that. But for Mike Tyson and all of them to be going hard and acting like they know, like you seen that, Mike? I want to know. You seen them grippers? You looked up in there? You know for 1,000% actual fact that she was born a female, like born a woman, born with a vulva and all that? You absolutely sure? Or are you going on information that somebody told you? Because it's clear that the supporters of this Algerian boxer said that that's her diagnosis. So they're rocking with it. They're saying, yeah, okay, she's born a woman, but she has this medical condition. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not fighting nobody with no medical condition. Not happening. How is that being allowed? And that should be the end of y'all conversation. Again, you don't have to be biased. You don't have to yell and scream and make statements about who and what and where and what you believe. Nah, common sense. Common sense. Do the research and look up the word yourself and then make your own conclusions. Okay? Plain and simple. Next up, because I ain't forgetting nobody tonight, because I wanted to get Robot Dude the other day. Yeah, I wanted to get Robot Dude the other day, but in the midst of class, I forgot about it. I ain't forgetting today. I'm not gonna forget today. So when you see him twice in the thumbnail, now you know why. Because I didn't speak about him in class the other day, but tonight I got time. I'm gonna speak about Robot Man. Yeah, don't know his name, don't care. Robot Man made a TikTok talking about he works for Elon Musk and Tesla. Yeah, he said he was at the plant. Yeah, he said he was at work. And he said the robots are taking over. That we are in real life Terminator 1, 2, and 3. And that Elon Musk, is the mad scientist behind it. And a lot of people were scared and shook and like, oh, word, oh, yo, nah. He worked there. And he said he was there. Just like that little FedEx worker said she couldn't go through Springfield, Illinois, and then all of a sudden the next day after class, she retracted that statement. When I said, nah, you couldn't work for them. You don't work for FedEx. And then she came and said it. No, I don't work for FedEx. I'm an independent contractor. Because like I said, people want to direct your energy somewhere else. So now this dude on TikTok is saying that Elon Musk is creating a world strictly of and for robots, and that we gonna be wiped out and jobless real soon because he had them there working 12-hour shifts. One day off. 12 hours and 12 hours and 12 hours, 12, one day off. And at this particular site, he got drones making sure everybody who's supposed to be on shift is on shift and in their proper place. Yeah, this is what he said. I'm telling you, we ain't gonna have no jobs. He working us crazy. He got the drones watching and everything is going on. And I said to myself while watching this Robot Man, if this is taking place, and you know for a fact that these robots is going to be taking people's jobs, watching over people, turning in Schwarzenegger and all that, what the hell you doing there, working there for, dummy? Why would you build something like that? 12 hours and 12-hour shifts. Dumbass, what are you doing? It's like an inmate building his own cell. You know what's going on. You flashing your badge. The robots are coming. Because we building them. What the hell you building them for? Quit. Stupido. I've seen so many dumbass black people in my life. You sitting there building a robot knowing that the robot is going to be programmed to take your ass out. You dumb or something? That's what we doing now. That's what we doing now. You sitting here making TikToks talking about, yo, why you building a damn robot? How dumb are you? Really? You sitting there putting the rector set together, knowing that that's going to get up and slap you in your head. What's going on here? We capping for the internet or what? You distinctly said you there, they working you on 12-hour shifts, building robots that's getting ready to take over jobs and everything else. But you still right there. Soldering shit and building shit. What you doing then? How dumb are you? Leave. And with that intelligence and know-how, go to the hood, go to melanated folks who are engineers as well, and build counter robots that we can program and take care of our own. What are we doing? What is the matter with you? I'm telling you, things be coming through on social media, and I'm like, yo. And now somebody, a lot of people, are going to look at that just because it's viral, and now they scared to go outside and shit. Scared to go shopping because robots is coming. Just seeing ghosts and all that. Looking deep in their mailman eyes to see if that's a robot. You know what I'm saying? Going to Target, scared of the goddamn cash register. This is what the hell they got folks doing now. Stupid shit. You work there, you know how to build them, then you know how to break them too, right? You know how to make them inoperable, right? The hell you telling us to be scared for? You know how to break it, right? Just like they telling you how to build it, they telling you what not to put. No, don't put that over there. No, that'll short circuit it. No, don't do that. Then you know how to break it. You know how to make it inoperable. Why you didn't tell us that? No, but your ass still working there though, right? You still there, Mr. TikTok robot man. Dumbass. Yeah, these dudes are stupid, man. I don't get it. I'm telling you. Everything is a damn distraction. Everything. Everything. That's why I said to y'all, have to be so focused. Don't get triggered by this information. Always research everything. Use a clear mind. And make your shit make sense. Make it make sense. And you got this sitting there with your soldering gun, knowing that this robot gonna turn into Terminator. But you still programming. You. Damn, wait, I've been here 11 hours, almost time to go home. Just to fixing shit. Got my badge. What kind of dumb shit we doing? What are we doing? And so I'm supposed to believe you. All right, robot man. Yeah. Try somebody else. I don't believe that shit. Miss me with that, robot man. I see Terminator when I see him, damn it. We seen how they kill him. They smash his ass up. We just smash him up. We got it. Fuck out of here with that dumb shit. Next up and last up before we get up out of here, because I already spoke about this several classes ago. Today, today, okay? Right now, today was a vid getting legs going viral with just a hand, okay? A melanated hand and a letter from the Selective Service. Homie told me, oh, well, I got this letter today. Guess we going to war with his hand, covering up his name, but making sure you see the date. Right? And I told y'all this shit weeks ago when they first started that Selective Service and signing up for it has been a law for decades. All they are doing right now with that law is enforcing it. That's it. I had to sign up for the Selective Service. Every one of my homies had to sign up. When we was getting summer youth jobs, when we was getting regular jobs, when you went to vote, when you got your driver's license or your permit, it has been the law for decades. They just never enforced it. Now, for some reason, somebody got to stick up their behind and they gonna enforce it. For all we know, they ran out of money in the budget to send these letters out. But as I showed you in the thumbnail, every year, thousands upon thousands of people get these Selective Service letters. This shit don't mean nothing today as it didn't mean nothing 10 years ago or 20 years ago. It's the same shit under penalty of law and yakadaka, yakadaka, yakadaka. Same shit. Even when I went in the service, served in the service, honorable discharge, inactive reserve, they still expect you, if you are a certain age, to sign up for the Selective Service. Don't mean your ass gonna get drafted. Punk ass probably got 2 left club feet any damn way. Because you get drafted does not mean you're gonna serve. Simple as that. Because you get a Selective Service letter, don't mean they coming to knock on your door day one, you don't sign it. That's why they had it in every space. That's why they had it at the post office. That's why they had it at the DMV. That's why they have it on job applications and stuff like that. College applications to keep reminding you, yo, this is a law. If you're a male and you're a certain age, sign up for it. Sign up for it. They've been saying it. So now they got some more money in the budget in the Pentagon to sell a damn, well, it's not even the Pentagon. All these letters come from some spot in Illinois. They got more money in the budget to get somebody to type up the letters and send it out and mail it. That's it. Like, come on, man. It is what it is. We don't know. Do you know if enlistment is down? Some years when enlistment is down, they get sending out more letters. When enlistment is up, y'all don't hear from these people. That's it. Y'all panicking. Don't panic. Don't panic. A lot of y'all punk asses will not make it through basic training. You ain't got nothing to worry about. At all. At all. Just that damn simple. But we gotta have class. We gotta speak to it because people run and they run and they run and their minds just go. So we gotta give clarity to things, all right? And I'm glad that y'all allow me to give clarity, to speak, to engage with y'all so we could build. You understand? I really appreciate that. And I appreciate the funding of the war effort whenever it come, how it come, if it come. I appreciate the sharing and y'all individuals that's making TikToks and stuff and ripping favorite parts of the class and sharing it. And my homies like CC and them who have the kids watching, which is why I'm making an attempt to curb my language, but not the passion. You understand? All that is appreciated because, again, we got to make sure everybody's good. We have to. We don't have time to play in the kiki and the cackle and all that. Nah. No. No. And thank y'all again for making sure that y'all came back to class. Make sure y'all come back with all 10 fingers and 10 toes. Okay? Make sure that y'all love yourself. Loving yourself means that you're going to make sure that you get home to family safely. That's every man's job. If you leave that house to make it back home, you dig? All right, ICC, you gotta make sure you come back to Reagan, Marie, and the rest of them. That's your task. Your task is not to leave and get in an argument at the gas station, face fighting other drivers and road rage. That's not your plan. You didn't plan to do that, then don't do it. We have to plan on making sure that we make it home every night the same way we left, and make sure everybody get home. Because when we make sure we get home ourselves, then we make sure the community gets home, and then we can nation build. Can't do it when people keep bumping their heads and slipping and doing weirdo stuff. That is not our task. That's not our task. You understand? Not at all. Not at all. Okay? We gotta do our numbers. Build ourselves up. Only way we're gonna do that is with as much truth and integrity as we could do, and build each other, support each other, pull our resources together so we can move as one. If we don't, we in a world of hurt. We in a world of hurt. Okay? Classroom assistants, much appreciation, as always, for y'all holding it down the way y'all do. And you dig? Don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you. Guard your minds. Guard your minds. They all trying to get your minds. I'm telling you. Right up here, if they get your mind, they got you. I don't care if they conscious or woke or stupid or sexual. If they got your mind, they got you. Guard your mind from their bullshit. I'm telling you, they want it. All of them. Don't let it happen. Have a free mind, free thought, live your potential to be greater. Don't stress out, and if you need assistance, reach out. Get the mental help that you need. Reach out. Get your sessions in. I'm telling you, you gotta find a space where you can deprogram, when you can tap into your past traumas and heal. Okay, so book your assessments, get your sessions in, you dig? And as always, man, 55 gang, y'all failing at. Get y'all weight up, get y'all grades up, get y'all ass to class.